Hello everyone and welcome back to the ranch of Rivershine. We are on day 9 of summer and we still have some competitions in Pine Forest to win. And that's just for starters, so let's just get right into it. Oh, and there isn't any other quests today apparently. Okay, so that's the main goal for today, aside from taking care of our horses and training a few, which we have brisk smoke that we got last time. But let's first we'll take care of Dawn and see, she's got another 4 days and she'll have her first full, and that'll actually be the first full on the ranch, so that's very exciting. But we'll get her taken care of, and Bear as well. We'll be taking him out just to pick up some forage and see if we can get maybe a few more potential points for him. I mean, as you see, a lot of it's ending up in endurance because I'm really bad about that. But I mean, if we can get him maxed out, it really won't matter if that gets maxed out first. Let's see, those are empty, and then we have this beautiful stallion that we had gotten before. He really could use some jump training, and I think we'll plan on that for today for him. It's really nice to look at though. And having that clever trait's nice, but I don't think keeping him is going to be what we're going to do. I mean, did he have, hold on, sorry. Let's see, I mean, technically he is really similar to this really pretty mare. It's just she is flaxen, whereas he is silver. And she just ends up with a longer name because she's a dark chestnut. And she'll be doing jump training with her as well. And she doesn't have the agile, which it would kind of be interesting to breed these two. Doesn't have clever, she has agile. I'd be really interested to actually kind of breed those two together just to see what you would get. I'm kind of curious. I mean, it would hopefully still be something with dapples and maybe those traits. I mean, that might be a little fun experiment to try, but we're definitely going to need to keep one of them, which will probably be the stallion since he has clever. If I'm honest, if I look at it from a genetic standpoint and a trait standpoint. But if we keep one of them and then the next, what word am I looking for? The festival. If we get him, then we can wait and get a melee horse at that festival. That would set us up for being able to breed, or at least have a chance to get the I think it's called the genetic gem achievement. And I'm just kind of debating on that because I'd really like to get that. I mean, to me that was kind of like an end game goal, but if we could get that goal done in advance, and then we could just enjoy finishing the rest of the game. I mean, it wouldn't mean that we're completely done with this game per se. It would just probably be streamed a little less often, and it would be more, just this breeding or that breeding, or seeing what wild horses we could find at that point. I mean, we're not there yet by any stretch. There's still loads to unlock and the rest of the story to get through, but it's just whether or not we could successfully get that achievement early on or not. Which we realistically would keep both these horses and then get 2 melee horses, a mare and a stallion, and then do 2 breedings, and that would kind of double our chances. We might do that. There's a lot of debating that we can do, and I really would like to have a bigger barn to be debating on some of this, but you know, we might just have to wing it and see where we're at. But you know, for right now, we're going to work on getting some training done and doing a few competitions today, especially so we can get that thing for Pine Forest done. And we'll be one step closer to having, you know, another fast travel ability point area. I know what words I'm trying to say, but they're just not really coming out very well today. But yeah, I don't know why I did that. I didn't want to train flexibility. I wanted to, I don't know what I'm doing. But yeah, we'll kind of just use up what energy we can with her. I mean, her tameness is going up nicely. By the looks of things, we'll be training speed tomorrow because that's the lowest trait at the moment. But yeah, if we end up keeping her as well as the stallion we've got, since they're really nice genetically, and then we get kind of a missing ingredient in terms of genetics, we might be able to get that. And I mean, it's going to put us behind in terms of making money, but if we can manage to get that really nice genetic horse, or a horse with nice genetics, I should say, you know, we would be kind of finishing a goal long before I thought it would be possible. At the moment, I think that's our goal, is we'll just keep both of them at the moment. I mean, we'll be able to make money off some competitions, and there'll probably be some other wilds crop up. And we'll also have ones like Dawn's Foal, if that ends up not being anything we want to keep, you know. You can usually make quite a bit off foals because they end up being trained really well. But that'll also take time. This is taking a little bit longer than I expected it to. I don't know why. I really should have factored in that the skills were better. And I need to remember that to speed all of these up, because we're not going to have all beginner level stats anymore, but it's okay. Taking a little longer, but we're almost done, and I'll remember to speed them up after this one. But at least we've had a chance to kind of mull over the goals at the moment. I mean, there's so much to do yet, so much to unlock. I mean, because we can have other pets. At the moment, we just have Pancake, and there's still a rabbit and a cat that can be adopted once we have a larger home. So there's a lot of things, and we don't have any of the chickens and stuff yet either. So there's loads to do yet. We just need to have the money to do it, so. But we shall get there, one step at a time. At least this mare is really, really pretty. I like her a lot. And nobody's in there. And we shall take this guy for some jump training. really excited to see what Dawn's full ends up being. I hope it's, I mean, I really hope it's something nice, but I don't actually expect it to be super fancy, if I'm honest. And just because, you know, her coat really isn't very fancy. But we did breed her to that dapple stallion, so it's possible to end up with a dapple foal. I mean, there's no guarantee of that, but let's see, what direction did we need to go to get? Yeah, we need to go this way. I mean, there's no guarantee of a dapple foal just because one of the parents has dapples, but there's always a chance. I can be hopeful at any rate. At least we can get some training in for this guy. It's using up his energy very, very quickly. I don't know what I was expecting another noise and I used all this up. Whoops. We'll probably just go and we'll switch to the other arena. Can probably do slightly bigger jumps with him. Yeah, because he's 31%, so he can do intermediate, so we just need to go this way. Oops. Yeah, those bigger jumps take more of a chunk out of his energy, so we can go just a little bit faster. There we go. And we'll go back to the entrance. We'd still need to take some time to go through and find all the rest of the treasure chests, but it just doesn't feel like something for today. At least right this second. And just kind of be quick about getting back. And that leaves us with getting Bear taken care of for the day. I mean, we can probably do We might take a chance and do the intermediate race, which was at the lumberyard hurdle, which was just not a good race for me before, but hopefully, like if we did it now, it wouldn't be such a problem. We can hope anyway. And we'll run around really quickly and see if we can see what we can get off of certain things. Yeah, we'll want more. Oh, yeah, we definitely want to pick up some of these oats. Because we're running low on oats. We'll have to grow some, but at the moment we're growing a bunch of wheat, so one thing at a time. At least we have Pancake to do all this picking up of things for us. It's so much easier than having to pick it up by hand, getting off the horse and picking it up by hand. Yeah, I wanted to see where we were at on the town. I couldn't remember how many times we have had gotten statue fame from these. Because I don't really want to waste it. It doesn't go above 100%, so okay, we've hit all of those. We'll be very unsafe and gallop through town. And we will attempt to do that race. I think his energy should be in good shape despite all that. Yeah, it's mostly pretty good. Okay, yeah, he's got plenty, we're gonna try it. I mean, I know I did a horrible job at this race last time, but maybe we'll be okay. It's worth a try. And then if this one doesn't work, we'll do the beginner one, because we'll definitely be able to finish that one. And every little bit adds up in terms of getting what we need for this quest to be completed. It helps if I don't run into the jumps. Continue to do. Maybe we'll be okay though. Maybe, possibly, probably not. We got second. That's not bad considering I made 2 big mistakes. I mean, it doesn't give us quite what I was hoping for in terms of numbers. Let's see, I mean, we're at 78% now, which is kind of like odd number territory, even though it's an even. We'll just give him a pair to get his energy all the way up. And we'll do the beginner race because we'll definitely be able to do this one just fine. Still need to pick up that treasure chest. It's like it taunts me at the beginning of every race. Or the beginning of every time I do this race. Oops. Almost completely missed that entire jump. Definitely left him in the dust that time. Okay, that gives us, whoops, but that's not the button I wanted. I wanted this one. That puts us at 88 now. I think we're just going to try the intermediate again since we have time. And he's still got quite a bit of endurance left. We'll at least try it. Maybe we can do better this time. And even if we just get a few points, I mean, we're really 2 wins away from getting that. I'm not counting this race because the odds of winning aren't really in our favor. So we should at least get 2 points off this one. So yeah, if we just do this and we try our best, we should at least be that much closer to what we needed. Oh, we actually won that. Wasn't even trying to win that. I didn't think we could. Okay, so that was a pleasant surprise. I mean, we need one more because we're at 98% now. So tomorrow, all we have to do is one more pine forest race. And we will have that completed. It's kind of a happy accident. It wasn't what I anticipated. Alright, so let's just see what tomorrow has. Oh, no quests again today, no wild horses, so all we have to do is do some training and win one more, or do a competition for Pine Forest. Let's see. This mare needs some speed training. At least we have the luxury of just being able to teleport ourselves there. Okay, we're definitely have to go. I'll have to get some more watermelon. I'll have to take Bear out, but we're gonna have to do a competition with him anyway, so that's everything we could do at the arena. So let's just kind of wander around a little bit. Maybe towards, I don't know, this way. Actually, really kind of more straight. We need to go to the maze because I don't think we have picked up anything that was over there. We just have to kind of make our way to the center of the maze. Of course, I want to train speed, not whoops. Didn't go the right way. We're very close to the center now. And that gives us the green tail bow. So we still have 3 more chests to find, but at least we've got another one done. Of course, I can't remember which way I went before. And we're doing good. Can't remember where all we have checked, but we'll just kind of pop up here and make sure there isn't anything around. Didn't mean to run into the tree. At least we've used up all the energy. I just kind of want to, like, while we're right here, I wanted to look here. Okay, and we'll get her back to the barn and see what else we need to do. Probably get her brushed just to make sure she's nice and clean. Probably end up doing endurance with her tomorrow. And this guy, you could use some flexibility training as well as some speed training, but definitely flexibility. So we shall make our way to Rocky Mountain and get that done. At least if we just kind of canter there, we can get a little speed training in while we travel. I mean, it's not going to be a lot, but every little bit adds up. I think we're just going to keep it simple and just give him an apple and just kind of purposely try to use up this last little bit of energy quickly. Which, I mean, we still technically have to get back to the barn, so we'll use that up and then we can get Bear to his competition before it gets too late. I don't want to waste too much time and still have a few things to do yet. And we didn't quite use all of that, but it's okay. And we'll get Dawn taken care of. We still have another 3 days, and then she'll have her full. But all in all, we're doing really well. A little extra money is always nice. I'm kind of just doing this a little bit slower because I'd like to put that into speed more than I would more endurance. Definitely finding a lot of money today. Kind of need a little bit every day more than a bunch in one day, because you get more every time you find some, but it's only once per day. Does that amount go up? But every little bit helps. Don't want to complain too much. Particularly since we need to save up for a few things like upgrades to the wild horse pens and then more for the barn. Alright, we're definitely going to do the intermediate pine forest race. Because even if we don't win, it'll still be enough to cover some things. You know, we just need 2%. And if we can make a little extra money, you know, might as well at least try to do that. We're not doing too bad. Just a few jumps left. Okay, yeah, we got a win out of that. That's good, because then we get the bonus off that. Yeah, so we got an extra 500, so that's so nice. And we've completed this quest, so... from what I've heard, a red wine statue is now shining just as brightly as the others. Thanks to all your victories in Pine Forest, it seems the enchantment is ready. I think this statue might share some endurance with your horse, as that's what red wine was famous for. I hope you'll have a look at it yourself. Okay. At least that unlocks the ability to have fast travel there. We just have to do that quest. One step closer to that. But I think that's pretty good. I mean, we technically probably could get another race in or whatever, but I'm going to be happy with that today. I think it's productive enough. So we'll just kind of cut things a little bit short. Okay, we are now up to Liam's gift. I've been thinking of leaving a gift for a red wine statue. It has really come back to life since you've been competing on this trail. And I wonder if we could revive Pine Forest even further. I'd really appreciate your help with this. And Gallant Deer. It has come to my attention that Gallant Deer statue has also started glowing in Crystal Lake. I'm sure it will have a similar effect to previous statues, which should help you improve your horse's skills further. Let's see what enchantment this statue will bring us. Oh, and we have wild horses in Crystal Lake. Okay, so it is all statue related today. Which I wasn't paying attention. Okay, yeah, Liam's at his home today. And I don't know what the gift was, but we already have everything because it says to talk to him to complete it. So first things first, we'll just go ahead and get everybody taken care of. Which this girl is going to need. I'm pretty sure she's going to be the one to get endurance training today, but let's, whoops, I keep forgetting there's space here. Let's see, this guy, yeah, he needs speed training, so he'll get speed training and she'll get endurance training. And then we'll take Bear to Crystal Lake. Let's see, yeah, he was the one that the only thing that's missing is the melee as well. So he will be getting speed training. And we'll just go ahead and we'll do that because we can just teleport there. It'll be really quick. And then, you know, we'll be able to get then one for Pine Forest, and then we'll start working on the other one for Crystal Lake, and we'll be doing really well. I mean, it would be really nice to get a decent Sabino from Crystal Lake today. We'll have to see what's there. I mean, we definitely need to be getting horses we can sell because at the moment I'd really like to hang on to these two dapple ones that we got from Rocky Mountain because they've got extra genes that could be useful. I'm just kind of doing really easy because if we're not really rushing to sell him, I don't really feel the need to do the extra running around today. But if we can get, which that's another thing I was looking at the calendar and didn't pay attention to. Now that's Dawn's full. So on the 21st is the next festival where we can pick up ideally 2 melee horses, a mare and a stallion, and we can breed them both. Let's see, and you need endurance. And so if we breed them both, then we could have a chance of getting the kind of fancy foal that is the end goal. I mean, we can always at least try for it and see what happens. At least Pancake loaded relatively quickly. I thought I was going to have to get that myself, but no, he's decided to join us. So I run into a tree. That was really not what I wanted to do. Okay, since we have to run to Liam and whatnot, we're going to go ahead and we'll give her a watermelon. Since we've still got more to do, we'll use up most of that energy. Or at the very least, make it worthwhile in using it. Which I'm kind of going the wrong way. I see that now. Got a little bit turned around there. I wanted to go this way. And he is on his porch. I can see him. Okay. Oh, thank you for bringing this gift. You know, I've been seeing these odd shapes from the corner of my eye around the forest. Like a horse, I think. I could never get a good look at it. It's zipping around the forest so fast. Much faster than any wild horse I've ever seen. Sorry, don't mind my rambling. I don't know why I'm telling you all of that. Let's hope Redwine likes his gift. Okay, so we have done all of that. All we have to do now is win 8 races. for Crystal Lake. I mean, that's not so bad. Just kind of do a little running around. Keep an eye out for some treasure chests because I think we still have 3 more to find. So we'll just kind of see if we happen to notice anything. And then after that we will get Bear out and we'll go to Crystal Lake and see what wild horse we can find. And then if we have time after that, I wouldn't mind trying to squeeze in a competition. Just to kind of get those get the percentage up. But mostly we're just going to have a nice time. It's going to be relaxing. Can't remember if we've checked over here yet, so I mean it's still very pretty even if we have, so just kind of see. Kind of make our way back now. Make sure she's all nice and clean after that outing. That was quite a bit of endurance. Okay, we're gonna swing here really quickly and make sure Dawn has everything she needs. Which maybe we got 2 more days and then we'll find out what kind of foal she has. And Bear can go with us to Crystal Lake. I still don't have to brush him. Keep doing it anyway. Let's hope for a good wild that'll go for a decent amount of money. Which we also need to kind of bop around and hit these things as well. kind of just do this loop around and then we'll go to Crystal Lake. Getting a lot of useful resources this way, so nothing to complain about there. Did not mean to run into that. Let's see, we're halfway. I'm getting a lot of extra money right now, which is nice. And we'll make our way to Crystal Lake. See, that's the right way, right? Yep. Okay, wasn't sure for a moment. Still want to swing by and pick up as much wheat as possible because we're very, very low on wheat. So we'll just kind of make a little zig out of the way. I see one. I can't tell if that's a white or like a really white Sabino. Doesn't actually, okay, this is a Sabino. See a little bit of color. Otherwise, it looks like the majority of these horses don't actually have Sabino markings. Kind of just looking to make sure I'm not mistaken. Yeah, it's like the majority of these. Whoa, rocket horse. The majority of these are solid color. I mean, we'll still get this white one because, you know, white is worth a little something sometimes. Kind of a disappointing collection of wilds, though. But let's see. Wild Comet. He's a stallion. He's healthy. Beginner stats because I haven't upgraded anything yet, and he's white. Electric River. Also a stallion, also healthy. And he's a dark bay Sabino. Odds are we're just gonna take the Sabino because he's gonna be worth a little bit more. Just a little bit things to collect here. And we will make our way to the competitions. And she needs more energy. Just give him a cucumber. Get some most of it. And we'll do, I guess we only have the beginner race at the moment. We haven't unlocked the other one. I guess, I don't know why I was thinking we had them all done, had them all unlocked. We do not. Always try to go for that other bridge. It's not the same thing. Still need to get that treasure chest too. No contest there because being a race, I was thinking we had an intermediate option, but we don't, so at least that's one down. 7 more to go. Okay, so we do have our new guy, which he's perfectly healthy. He's a homebody, a gourmand, and rival. None of those traits are anything that I would seek out. Let's see, we'll work on his speed because that is pretty low. I mean, endurance is worse, but he's going to be argumentative. Being untamed. So we will get him in the round pen. And he's a gourmand, so we can get a little bit extra out of him. So that just takes so long. And we already have used the training facility today, so we're just gonna call that good. I mean, his tameness is at 100% now, so it's still a good usage of everything. So it's a good day. And I think, we're just gonna come at it again next time. So I want to thank everyone for joining me today, and I will see you all in the next video. Take care of yourselves until then.